Hey, it's Diesel down here at Stacked Off-Road, and the reason why I start the video in my office is so I can get up. Well, I like my little showroom. I think it's cool, but I get to walk. See, because when I watch videos of the big old burly dudes walking through their shop, kicking stuff, it's kind of cool. I want to feel that cool, so that's why I do it. Anyways, this is Diesel, and usually shops slow down. But not here at Stacked Off-Road. We are actually kicking butt and taking names. This is Justin's Jeep. It's getting a locker, axles, front and rear, ball joints, and there's Gil over there working his butt away. He's a little shy, so we're gonna let him keep doing his deal. But we got a couple cool projects, and there is a quick tip, or just a little something I want to bring up to a lot of you Jeepers. But this is John's rig. We're going to redo the steering. He's putting WJ knuckles on it, which is going to change the steering of a TJ to be more like the JK. And I'm not a big fan of the aluminum options. A lot of JK guys go to that 1-ton steering and that aluminum 1.5" tie rod and drag link. And everybody can do what you want, but I'm not a fan. They... On me and my situation, they bend a lot. There's not much positive steering, and I'm not super pumped about it. But this particular Jeep right here, we're gonna go through it. It actually has a rough country lift kit on it. Instantly the customer found that's not the way to go. So he comes here, and thanks to Rock Crawler, we sell parts individually. Let me turn this stereo off so my dad don't yell at me when he watches this. But so you know, quickly, these inexpensive lift kits are exactly that. They're crap. And the driving, you take a very nice vehicle and you put this cheap stuff on it, and it really is going to get traded back into the dealership. That's why you have jacked up Jeeps at the dealership that drive like crap, because you really take a nice vehicle and ruin it. But once again, that's why I love Rock Crawler, and that I'm a part of it, because I make people happy. So this is a situation here. You can see this is a pitman arm, and it drops the steering down to try to get the geometry correct. You hear a lot of people talk about bump steer, but it is a little more sophisticated than just making the arms at the same angle, because the arms are different lengths. So it goes a little more serious, and the bump steer is definitely something talked about that a lot of people really understand the basics of it, but they really don't get it fully. So this is kind of a situation to try to correct some of the bump steer and get the angles right. But unfortunately on JKs, this is a sector shaft. The sector shaft goes through the pitman arm. It bolts, it's splined, it goes up into the steering box, and it is a super weak link. A lot of accidents in these JKs get into, that sector shaft can be cracked and weakened very easily, and more times than not, if these things ever take a front end accident, it does break that sector shaft. And when you have this drop down, all you're doing is increasing the pressure of the impact, or even trying to steer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the stock pitman arm back on that, and then we're going to properly adjust the angles on this side to get the steering correct and make it a lot safer, because that sector shaft is a real deal. When that thing breaks, your steering's done. So that's what we're doing here at the shop. That's a quick little tip. One, the aluminum steering is not the greatest. It especially if you have hydraulic steering, you can turn your wheel and just see the thing bowing. Not a big fan. And the pitman arm drop, you really need to go back to the stock to be as easy as you can on that sector shaft. And there are mounts that will bolt up to where your steering box bolts up that will support that sector shaft as well. So that's what we're doing down here at Stacked Off-Road. we're kicking butt and taking names. And one little fun thing I'll show you before we end this video. Hey, and it is the holidays, so call down. We do have some specials. Start making payments for lift kits on the spring if you like. We can get you on a payment plan and get the dream of your Jeeps. But there it is. That's the TJ, and we're very excited. It's actually rolling. It's going to be a fun project, and we're going to go big with that thing. We're not really going to concentrate much on off-roading, but I think we're hopefully going to make that thing like a little monster truck to drive around town and turn a lot of eyes and have some fun. So, you know, it's always good to have some fun projects like that. But that's it. So holidays, Stacked Off-Road, give me a call, and let's start getting ready for the Christmas gifts under the tree. And the upcoming season is gonna be here before we know it. So let's get off this cheap ass lift kit stuff, get some good quality rock crawler shit on there, and let's go do some damage. Say bye, Gil. Oh, he talked to us.